you never know if it's going to be worth it. Are all the sacrifices going to be worth it? And only you can answer that question. It's a question I've asked myself a lot over my career. There is an element for me of perseverance. I always thought to myself, when you finally finish up, will you be happy with what's happened? That's the driver which kind of keeps me going. I don't think anyone has an easy journey. Anyone who's playing at this level has had the ups and the downs, and they've made the sacrifices, and they've put in the hours, and they've put in the time. So yeah, everyone's got their own journey, and this happens to be mine.
Magnificent save from Victoria Esson.
What a save by Esson with the foot! Another really good save by Vic Esson.
That was the start of international football for us. We had 2 games in Auckland and then one in Wellington, and I remember playing in Wellington, our final game, and it was windy, it was raining, it was classic Wellington weather, and we won that game against Colombia 3-1, and it felt like we'd really achieved something that day, despite being knocked out of the World Cup at that point in time, which was disappointing. We still got a taste of what it's like to win at a top event, and I think that was a pretty special feeling. I started off obviously as an outfielder, and I started at the top and slowly got moved back from striker all the way into goal. Every couple of years it seemed I dropped a position on the field. I ended up in goal when one of our goalkeepers got injured, and I did okay, I guess, in goal, and one of my coaches at the time said, we think that goalkeeper could be a position for you for the future, and would you kind of like to carry on with it? So it had been on my radar for a while, and I thought, now's maybe my time to shift over. So yeah, that was when I was 17, I think, and I haven't looked back since. Yeah, look, everyone's journey's slightly different. Some people, I guess, have shorter careers, some have longer careers, and mine was a little slow to start from an international perspective. I've been lucky enough to be in the Ferns for, I think, 6 or 7 years now. And haven't played too much. Obviously the last year I've started to see the field a little more, which has been an incredible opportunity, and I hope there's more chances to come to see the field in the future. But yeah, this is my journey, and my journey has been a slow burn, but look, I've learned a tremendous amount of things along the way, and I really think it's helped me to become the player I am today. I feel great in goal at the moment, and I feel like it's just been part of my journey is to kind of wait it out and see where I land myself. So yeah, I'm excited for the future. It's not, I'm not ready to finish just yet. To be honest, I absolutely love Scotland. I love my teammates. They've made me feel at home, and I couldn't ask for a better team to join. Everyone's been lovely, and I think that's the thing when you join a new team, is that you almost have 15, 20 people who you know are going to have your back from the get-go, and that's a really special part of playing football and being part of a team. Even though you might be new, you still have friends almost from the get-go, and that's what it's been like in Scotland. So yeah, I'm pretty grateful for my teammates and the environment that I've happened to walk into. It's the dream. I think having worked an 8 till 5 and also trying to balance the football on top of it, I now appreciate every day that I don't have to work an 8 till 5 and play football. So yeah, at the moment I play professionally full time. I have for 4 years almost now, and I absolutely love it. It's the dream job, and look, it doesn't come without its challenges. Sometimes I'm standing on the training field and it's pouring down with rain, and I think, man, I could be somewhere else right now. But most of the time I absolutely love it, and yeah, I'm super grateful that I'm able to play football full time and travel around the world and get to know so many people from different countries, and just I kind of forever feel like I'm evolving and as a person in different environments as well. So yeah, I love the job. I couldn't wish for anything more. So this is my first opportunity to play in New Zealand and represent New Zealand as a country. So yeah, it's a pretty special time, and when I found out the games were in Christchurch, it was pretty exciting, to be honest. And it's kind of easy to just think, oh, it's another tour, and there's an element of professionalism that goes into, yes, it is my place of work, and I do have to make sure that I'm ticking all the boxes, so everything's taken care of for match day. But you know, sometimes there's more football than just the football side of things, and I think this tour is a bit of that. So it's about you know, connecting with the local community, an opportunity to see my family, who I don't get to see very often because I live in Scotland. And I think, yeah, this tour, it just kind of captures everything we are as athletes and as footballers and as people. If I was to talk to my 10-year-old self, it would be an interesting conversation because no one knows how life's going to pan out. But I can tell you that I didn't think at 10 years old I would be sitting here playing professional sport. But I'm really grateful that I am able to kind of live this dream, and as I mentioned before, my journey hasn't been joining the Ferns and playing full-time professionally from the get-go. It's been a little bit of a different pathway, I guess you'd say. I almost finished up with football in my early 20s because I dropped out of the national program. But instead I chose to continue with it, and I took myself over to America and was lucky enough to be on a scholarship over there, and was able to continue playing football at a decent level while getting an education as well. So that was a decision which I'm really happy with. Making these decisions when you're kind of 18, 20 years old aren't easy, but I've always believed that making the best decision at the time with the information you have will kind of put you in a good position for the future, and you can only do what you can with the information you have at the time, and that's what I chose to do. So yeah, coming back from America, I then worked for 5 years full time, and I wasn't 100% fulfilled with finishing the football there. So trying to balance the work and the football was a big commitment, and I always had that kind of feeling that I wanted to go and play pro and at least give it a go. And as the years ticked by, I always thought I'd be finished with football at age 27. That was in my mind the cut-off. And I turned pro at 27. So I've actually done things backwards, I guess, compared to most. But look, this is my journey, and I'm absolutely delighted that I'm still playing at this level at my age. And as a goalkeeper, it's obviously a little bit easier. But yeah, it has been a journey, and I don't actually think we take a lot of time to look back and, I guess, acknowledge and admire how far we've come as individuals, from back in the day when we were just kicking a ball around with our friends in the park on a Saturday afternoon, to the environments we've managed to land ourselves in now. So yeah, it has been a journey, and one that I look back on and I'm pretty content with. Yeah, hopefully there's still a few more exciting years to come. I think there's been a few different highlights for different reasons. So one of the highlights would be playing South Korea exactly a year ago. We won the game 2-0, and the Ferns, we don't win a lot, so it's always fantastic if we can score goals and we can get the win against a good side especially. So that was a highlight of my career, and I hadn't actually played much to that date as well, so I think it was maybe my third cap, and to get a win against South Korea, that was pretty special. I think another one of my highlights would be getting called up for the Olympic Games for 2016. That was the first one, and I initially didn't make the team, and you know, to go through the disappointment of not making the team first up, and then getting a call from Tony Reddings at the time, and he said, I think the phone call went something like, I was just wondering, and you might want to take some time to think about this, if you'd like to come to the Olympics, because there's been an opening. And I think I said, yeah, I've had a quick think about it, and I'm good. Yeah, I think that'll work. So it's one of those moments where you kind of pinch yourself, and it wasn't clear-cut, you know, selection from the get-go, but it doesn't matter how it ended up. The fact is that I got the phone call, and I was absolutely delighted to join the team in Rio. So I always take a moment to appreciate the fact that I'm involved, and you can never take anything for granted, especially at this level. So yeah, those are the moments that I'll treasure forever, and I'd say the continuous highlights of my career.